Why are there murals in post offices? That's a great question. Did you know that there's 1,300 murals, 300 sculptures installed in our post offices? I never knew this. Did you? Let me know in the comments section down below. How did you first discover that there were murals in our post offices? I'd love to hear from you. Today, I'd like to share with you 4 New Deal programs which are responsible for there being murals in our post offices. Hi, my name is David, and I've been photographing post offices for over 20 years. I've given presentations and I've written a few books about the murals in our post offices. So I'm glad that you asked this question. Let's get into it. The short answer is President Roosevelt's New Deal for America created a myriad of programs during the Great Depression. And the murals found in our post offices is one example of those legacies. You see, in the 1930s and the early 1940s, our government commissioned artists to decorate federal buildings, courthouses, schools, hospitals, and other buildings. However, I bet you're interested in the murals found in our post offices, which is why you clicked on this video in the first place. And so am I, because they are the most accessible and the easiest to see. This is public art. It was meant for all of us. The first New Deal program is the PWAP, or the Public Works of Art Project. This was the first New Deal program which tested the government's patronage of the arts. The focus of the PWAP was to hire professional artists and to create art for public spaces. What separates the PWAP from other programs was that it was not a WPA program. We'll talk about that one shortly, but the next New Deal program was the FAP, or the Federal Art Project. People often misquote the murals in post offices as being simply WPA, or Works Progress Administration murals. However, this is only partly accurate, when in fact there are 3 other programs in addition to the FAP which were responsible for there being murals in our post offices. The FAP was the largest art program during the New Deal, and is also generally spoken in context with other notable programs such as the CCC, or the Civilian Conservation Corps, the TVA, or the Tennessee Valley Authority, and so on. Keep in mind the FAP, or the Federal Art Project, supported other forms of art, such as writers, musicians, stagehands, and other artists. It wasn't solely established to place murals in federal buildings, if that makes sense. And before we move on to the last 2, let me grab a sip of coffee. The third New Deal program, or TRAP, the Treasury Relief of Art Project, more commonly referred to as TRAP. This program was appropriately funded and run by, you guessed it, the United States Department of the Treasury. Its main focus was to employ artists to decorate existing federal buildings, whereas the other programs were focused on newly constructed buildings and public spaces. And finally, the fourth New Deal program is the section of painting and sculpture, or the section of fine arts. If you ever find yourself doing research on the murals like I have, these 2 programs are simply referred to as the section. In addition, I use the term mural inclusively, as other forms of art were also installed in our post offices, such as terracotta reliefs, wood carvings, metal designs, limestone sculptures, and other mediums. In summary, the main differences between all 4 programs were the dates that they existed, how they operated, and ultimately where the art was placed. So, have I piqued your curiosity? Are you interested in seeing an example of a mural in a post office? Click on this link, and I'd be happy to show you a few. Take care.